In the beginning. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. And leave a comment.
Hey man, say man, welcome back to another Act Like You Know video. First of all, I just want to apologize. I've been sick the last couple of days, so that's why I haven't been able to get a video out. And the next thing I want to apologize is for the title of this video. And I'm not apologizing for the title of the video. I just simply want to apologize to the Celtics fans that are going to come here and possibly be like, oh, we're not getting the credit we deserve. First of all, the Celtics deserve to be in the NBA Finals. Great team. They've been the best team in the NBA all year. 64-18 all year. Most wins with over 500. What else? What else can I say about the Celtics? They made winning plays. They played like a veteran group and capitalized on an inexperienced group in the Eastern Conference Finals. What else? What else can we say? Great games by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. The whole group around. You're missing KP. And you guys, you really capitalize. You're not at fault for other teams getting injured. That's not your problem. You can't control that the other teams got injured. You were the number one seed. Y'all stayed healthy. Kudos to you. You're back in the NBA Finals, waiting to see what probably looks like the Mavericks, or if a miracle happens, the Timberwolves in the finals. With that being said, the Pacers choked this series. Let's be honest. The Pacers choked this series. I'm seeing a lot of people say they should be up 3-1. Granted, they did have a lead with about 2 minutes left in every game. Some bigger than others. Definitely game 1 and game 3, I believe they choked. Game 4, you can have a debate, but I believe they kind of choked that too. They maybe not choke. Choke is not the right word for game 4. They just did some things a veteran team wouldn't do in that situation. I'm gonna explain that further in the video, but it should definitely be 2-2 heading back to Boston. Let's just go over the series. First of all, we're gonna read this tweet out that I'm gonna put it right here. Game 1, obviously, you can see up 5 with a 5-point lead with 143 seconds left, and we know how that game turned out. The biggest plays was obviously the Halliburton unforced turnover off his foot. You get the ball, you have the ball up 30 seconds left after Jason Tatum missed 3, I believe, and he just dribbles it off his foot out of bounds. Inexcusable. Definitely from a all NBA player, as we know now, that's just inexcusable in that situation. So he dribbles off his foot, goes out of bounds, and then obviously you got Pascal Siakam. Doesn't catch the ball, goes out of bounds. Back to the Celtics, and the rest is history. Jason Tatum hits a corner 3, and the game's over at that point because they're not beating the Celtics in overtime. After that, momentum shift. So you go to game 2. Game 2, Rick Carlisle quits. Let's just call it what it is. Rick Carlisle quits, and I said this in an earlier video. Rick Carlisle quit on his team. They were only down 13, and he just, with 9 minutes left, he basically benched Siakam, TJ McConnell, Andrew Nembhard for the rest of the game. He was just like, we'll go down 0-2. Not really sure why, because you didn't know the status of Halliburton for the rest of the series. We'll go down 0-2 and go back home to Indiana. We'll try to tie up the series. We'll hold serve at home. I'm not really sure why you would do that with the number 1 seed and the best team that you've seen all playoffs and the most healthy team you've seen. But hey, I guess it did look good for the first 3 quarters of both games. That might have been the right idea. Make sure you guys rest up and get healthy. But yeah, game 3. There's just certain things you can't do. Why is Pascal Siakam? I understand Andrew Nembhard was having a career game in the playoffs. Why is Pascal Siakam not touching the ball in these last 2 minutes? You're up 5 with, I believe, hold on, let me double check. You're up 5 with 1 minute and 26 seconds left. And Pascal Siakam doesn't touch the ball for the rest of the possessions. He doesn't take a shot. You don't set up a play for him to take a shot, which is I don't understand it. Andrew Nembhard comes down, he misses a 12-foot floater. Andrew Nembhard played great this series. You got Pascal Siakam, an all-star, an NBA champion, for these situations. This is the situation you brought him in for, to create for himself. Why is he not getting the ball free throw line extended? He's been killing all series. Let him be the one that makes the play for an open man. If they send a double, Pascal Siakam is good enough to find the open man. Let him do that, Rick. So then, obviously, he misses that. And then Tatum, he misses a layup while they're up 1. Andrew Nembhard comes on the court. Call a timeout. There's 4 Celtics players back, and it's only Andrew Nembhard with the rest of his team trailing, Rick. I understand you don't want him to be in a set defense, but this defense was basically set. The only person not back was Jason Tatum, and he was back there with Pascal Siakam. Call a timeout. He loses the ball to Drew Holiday. Obviously, Drew Holiday makes it a fantastic play. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Drew Holiday makes a fantastic play. We've seen that during the 2021 finals against the Suns, where he made huge defensive plays after huge defensive plays. But that can't happen. That's on Rick Carlisle. Game 3 is simply on Rick Carlisle. Game 1 can be on Rick Carlisle too, but I blame that more on the players just not holding the ball. I'm not really sure. Like, protect the ball. He took the fall for game 1, but it was really the players that let game 1 slip. Game 4. This is a game where you can say, the Celtics, just dug in on defense and, they came back. But there's just certain things we can't happen. First of all, I'm gonna move it back before we even get to the under 5. TJ McConnell has a layup, an easy layup that he could make 9 out of 10 times, probably 10 out of 10 times if you ask him. And this is probably the turning moment of the game that is not really realized. TJ McConnell has a layup. He misses the layup. Drew Holiday pushes the ball down the court, and Jaylen Brown gets a corner 3. And instead of being up 11, you're now up 6 with 8 minutes to go. And the whole 5-point swing was just a big thing to me. Then, we're playing good defense. I believe it's 102. I believe it's 102 to 98. Jason Tatum comes down, gets a dunk. We immediately rush up the court in 5 seconds. And in 5 seconds, we get an open Aaron Nesmith 3. That's not the look we're looking for. Out of all the players on the court, he's the worst 3-point shooter on the team. That is the person I do not want to take the shot. 5 seconds in, he misses. That's just something a veteran team want to do. They missed a couple of layups. They had some key turnovers. Again, in crunch time, why is Siakam? He did have a turnover. Siakam did have a turnover trying to do his patent spin move. But in crunch time, Siakam, bring us home, especially in an elimination game. Siakam, bring us home. Not your rookie contract, second-year player, Andrew Nembhard. I understand Andrew Nembhard was playing good, but Pascal Siakam is him. He's him to this team. Like, this is why you traded for him. Like, this is the all-star player on your team. Andrew Nembhard has never been on this situation before in the playoffs. Give it to Pascal Siakam on the free throw line. Hopefully get Al Horford or someone smaller than him matched up on him and let him rise up for the shot that's been falling since the Knicks series. He's been hitting the shot consistently in the mid-range during the Knicks series. Let him take you home. No, you give it to Andrew Nembhard. He misses shots. He gets blocked by Jaylen Brown. Celtics made some key plays. Drew Holiday was big. I believe he had a layup to tie it up at 102. Either him or Jaylen Brown. I can't really remember. I think it was actually Jaylen Brown now that I think of it. And then Drew White. That is not that man's name. Derek White. Thank you. Derek White hits a 3 in the corner, and that's the ball game. That's the ball game. Tatum misses a step back 3. No one gets a rebound. Not really sure how that happens. And they ran out the time. And now your Celtics are in the finals. Congratulations to them. It's just sad, honestly, from the Pacers. Definitely should have went longer. If you're a Pacers fan, you can hang your hat on this year, made to the Eastern Conference Final. They're calling it the year 3 of their rebuild. I don't really consider this a rebuild. I mean, you traded for Pascal. You thought you were good enough. But, hey, the Pacers showed shines last year that they could definitely be a play-in team. And they obviously improved. A lot of players improved for the Pacers. Come back next year. Maybe add a piece or two. I So you don't want to get up Andrew Nimhart, but it's tough. Maybe they definitely need another wing player. Definitely another wing, a wing. Maybe Benedict Mathurin makes that leap next year into being a true starting shooting guard for you. But yeah, it's a bright future for the Pacers and the Celtics. You know, they just continue their dominance over the Eastern Conference, and they wait for the Western Conference winner between the Timberwolves and Mavs. And we will recap that series tomorrow, wherever it's going to a game 5 or if the Mavericks are going to the finals. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to comment on that series as much as I would like to due to being under the weather. But you know, if you like content like this, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Pacers choked away at least 2 games of the series? Do you think they choked away the entire series? Or do you think the Celtics just showed their Eastern Conference championship pedigree, and won this game and with their experience?